The kit just had to come out for episode 2. This feels so weird. Grimsby Town, Grimsby to glory, literally feels 3 years ago.
Grimsby Town have caught a whopper. Look what it means to the people of this town.
As yes, people, that is when this last kind of, just normal version of this rebuild went along. Welcome to the second episode, where Rutherford's face has changed. I'll change that back in a minute, and I'll change the team back in a minute to a team that is going to be facing Salford, because the calendar is heating up. If you haven't seen the first episode, please go and watch it. And I know I did say a thing about looking at the comments for the scout report. Well, unfortunately, timings of recordings have changed, so I'm actually not seeing the comments of the first episode, because at this time of recording, I've not even edited the first episode. That's going out tomorrow. So this scout's going out to England, and you guys' comments will be used for next season or whenever we use the scout next. I'm only sending out for 3 months, and I'm going fullbacks because we've got Harvey Rogers leaving, and we've got Warren here, we've got Staunton here. I think he might need a loan next season if we're going for promotion, with today's games and months crucial towards actually getting in them playoffs, starting with this huge game against Salford on the 26th of February. And speaking of Staunton, he starts in this team for us. Kieran Green is the captain. He's going to be playing in cam because Jamie Walker, as you will see, needed a bit of a rest. And I am dying to reach these playoffs or further, go into the automatic promotion places. So let's go, Town. Let's get a win. Salford, another team chasing the playoffs. We're actually chasing automatic promotion. That's a good run from Kieran Green. Not a great pass. Cisse to give it into Longello and try and get away from us. Alex Scott on the commentary. I thought that was an actual player. They would have done very well for themselves to get Alex Scott, as they're moving very quick. Christy Pym off his line very quick. Falls to Graydon, the £500,000 signing, and George Grant. George Grant slams home, only 14 minutes on the clock. Not how we wanted it to go, Mariners. So Kieran Green, Greeny, getting a little bit stuck on the ball. Finds Reece Staunton. Obviously, we were flying on form until the game against Wolverhampton Wanderers in the FA Cup. Trying to squeeze a ball just behind their last line of defence. With now Rutherford to get a run on. Rutherford does have a man in the middle. He's going to bring it back. He's going to look for Kieran Green, who goes low. That being the only chance of the first half, really cutting the mustard for ourselves. So we've got to go again, get the pressure on. Edwards, Osterfield, run at them and cause them problems as Jarson Daddy Svanthorsen, a very lucky pass. Kieran Green makes a good little dummy for McEachran to run away with the ball here. That's a brilliant switch into Svanthorsen. Kieran Green running through on goal. That had to be the leveller. And that is a magnificent save. Some attacking changes with Andy Cook. No idea why he's taking the short corner. And Charles Vernham, as we're going to go around the houses again. Vernham finds it on the angle. And with 4 minutes left on the clock, this could be the final, or first, should I say, defeat. Hopefully the final defeat in game in our division. That was a naughty little challenge on Doug Tharm. Needs to get back at centre-back. I think we're going to lose the game. And hopefully, Salford don't score again. We've took the ball off them. Very nice. And Kieran Green, hang about. Andy Cook in the last minute. Andy Cook. That was the chance to win it. Or not win it, but get the leveller. And now we've got a player actually making excuses of himself not playing. At least Doug Tharm's happy. I saw Amaluza was not. And I'm not happy with Amma losing Rogers and George McEachran and Charles Vernham once their loans are done. But big growth for our on-loan Aussie. Daniel Benet into the team, same as Sweeney, even though he's a bit tired. I've really got no choice but to play them because this is a hard game against Notts County. And we get a win. Andy Cook. Thank you, Mr. Cook. You've got no idea how crucial that is before we actually play Bromley at home. And this is a top-of-the-league Bromley, an almost promoted Bromley, which with only a few games left to go, need humbling by the mighty Mariners. Couple of tired faces again in the lineup, but this is absolutely huge. Bromley, a team that play good football on paper, not the quickest, not the youngest. However, get the job done. And Michael Cheek loves his goals. Christy Pym, what is that? What is that? attempt at an unorthodox save. Almost letting a goal in, and Andy Cook down the line to Rutherford. Rutherford taking over from Charles Vernam, who won't be here long term. Rutherford on the angle. They've got a goalie called Smith, just like us, but our Smith is out injured, and that is a waste of a corner. No, no, no. We need a tackle. Evan Curry makes it. Holding down the fort a little bit. Keeping possession stats in our favour. 33 minutes on the clock. And Harvey Rogers goes down the line into Bene. A nice switch into Evan Curry. Let's go again. George McEachran, who will be leaving us. Into Rutherford. Rutherford running into an angle, but our youth player keeps hold of the ball very nicely. Through the middle again. Jamie Walker. Jamie Walker. I think a cam is next needed. George McEachran into Jamie Walker at the start of this second half. Jaden Sweeney. Do not let that go out. Andy Cook, head that on again. Please hit a hand or something. We need all the help we're going to get to stop Andy Woodman grovelling in a win over the Mariners, as Michael Cheek keeps hold of the ball very well. Ajayi getting tackled by Jaden Sweeney, who's tired. In real life, got hooked before half-time in a game against MK Dons, so I don't think he's too happy as a Mariner right now, but he might be happier here if he can maybe get an assist. He's overrun the ball. I haven't seen much from Bene, so Bene has come off for Yasin Dadis Van Thorsen. George McEachran always finds space. That is through towards Rutherford. Had to be a goal. And Harvey Rogers lurking in the box. I sense a goal coming our way here. We're on top in the second half. Cameron McJanet falls to Sunset Bell, trying to run through bodies yet again. And I really don't want a draw here. I think a win against the league toppers would put confidence in front of us. And we're not getting the celebration, or we are getting the celebration of Jamie Walker, who has been a little bit poor in recent games, but getting the winner, hopefully, here against Bromley in a top-of-the-table clash. Or should I say 8th against top of the table. But hopefully that puts us more towards it. Ourselves, as look at that, we've made it into the playoffs and we have Oldham next with the ability to change the team up, but I'm going to make a big change right here. As let me introduce you to, I know it doesn't look like him, but statistically I've gone off what he should be in real life after he's been the captain of Arsenal's under-21s. This is free agent Maldini Kakuri. I've had to put him in the game, that's why there's a little glow around his face, and he's just signed for Grimsby Town in real life. I believe it's an 18-month deal, so here he is. We've got him down here. He's going to come onto the bench over the current centre-back, the Icelandic, because this man is real, and Doug Tharm's injured in real life, so I think I am going to put him alongside McJanet, who now is the captain, but we've still got tired players going into a big run. So yes, I know I added a player, but he's a player that should be added in real life, and we're losing a lot at the end of this current season. How are we beaten by Oldham Athletic? Shameful, but still clinging on to them playoffs by the skin of our teeth. And hey, hammering Fleetwood in the reverse fixture with Walker 2, Rutherford 2, a little more firmly into them playoffs. But Barrow won't be an easy game, and it's proven so. We lose 3-0 at Blundell Park, leaving me zero choice but to go and break the mould away at Chesterfield. Defeats like that? No. We've got to be in the playoffs, and Chesterfield are second. We've already beat first today. Kakuri is out of the team. We've gone with a rather high-rated 11, and we've gone with Jace Cabia as our striker, as no one else wanting to sign up contracts. Dylan Markande. I thought that was a penalty given away by Cameron McJanet. Apparently not, though, and Jace Cabia looking for Charlie Vernam. Charles Vernam into the path of Yasin Dadis Van Thorsen. In front of the Grimsby travelling fans, and that is the way you respond. Terrible result against Barrow, and I'm stumbling to get my words about it. No freezing there, though, please. Rhys Staunton into the 11 alongside Vernam. Good link up these two. There's Charles Vernam. He's drilling his way into the box. A good display before he goes out to Huddersfield. Kieran Green blocked. Charles Vernam. He scored a finesse against Chesterfield before. In real life, that is 2-0 now. The Mariners are leading against second place. Genuinely no idea how it happens, and into the second half with this 2-goal lead. Hoping for a little bit more as Evan Curry. We've kept hold of the ball very well. That's a very good layoff. Kieran Green goes for the shot. No one from Chesterfield picks up on that. And that was a chance for another one. However, Evan Curry into the low knee. Bene. No one, literally no one wanting to mark Charles Vernam is going to Huddersfield, which is a shame. And it's a shame this game isn't going on longer because it's on 66 minutes and we could really keep on scoring more than this. Chesterfield sliced open with 5 minutes left on the clock. And Kieran Green. Now, Jace Cabia. I've wanted him scoring a lot more goals in the save, and he should have had one. Not a bad way to end the month, and that's not bad at all. The only problem is we beat Harrogate, bottom of the league, but it's our leaving players scoring. Vernham again, McEachran again, as we just squeeze against Crawley Town, 2-1, away from home, now kind of having us firm in the playoff places. Automatic promotion, probably a little bit off it, as we've kept with the same team for a while. Do want to get Kakuri back involved somehow. Feeling for our Icelandic lad, as that looks like the team that's going to stick around for next season, apart from George McEachran, who I've just got to keep on going with. And Harvey Rogers, but now Warren can actually play as a centre or right back. He could be within a shout, and Andy Cook, he's going down, so if we wanted to permanently buy him from Bradford, I don't know, he's just old, so yeah, apart from that, he is a perfect striker for the level we are currently at. We want to be higher though, and you can see why Charles Vernham's going to Huddersfield. He's got 15 goals, but Jace Cabia with 9 has a few contracts signed back up. We've still got Svan Thorsen, still got Sunsup Bell. I do want to sign up, rather crucially, but I have just signed, I believe, Cabia himself. And Warren and Curry up to the team, as how beautiful does Blundell Park just look in the sunshine. Crew Alexandra. Okay, don't know what to expect from the Railway men. I think I expect them to try and derail us though. Jack Lancaster, what a signing, what a player. Into Hutchinson. We've got to be careful here against Crew, the sneaky customers that can beat anybody and lose to anybody on their day. Kakuri with a block and an open game. A very open game, because one ball through and now we're through. It is Jace Cabia looking for his 10th goal of the season. And I am going to edit Kakuri, don't worry. I know it doesn't look like him at all, but he's a very good tackler. Very strong. He's got the stopper plus roll. It's Lancashire into Billington. Just trying to shape our way around the field and stop Emre Tezgel. Cameron McJanet. Perfect. Tywell Warren. Even more perfect than that. As that's the ball into Jamie Walker. Jace Cabia runs off his man. Jace Cabia scores the opener. That's what I wanted from him. He really is getting close. In real life, he was signed from Truro City in the National League South. Might not be Premier League 2, or should I say League 2 to the Premier League, but Christy Pym, what a save. He ain't the man doing it in real life, and we're kind of seeing on the game here. This could be the one. This could be the clincher for the EFL playoffs if we just keep hold of it. Jamie Walker, ball straight through onto Jace Cabia. He's still got energy, same as George McEachran. McEachran, who is leaving us. What a save, though, as Jace Cabia finally coming off the field for Jude Sunset Bell, as Dara Burns tries to add a little bit of Irish magic to the result. But he doesn't succeed. 8 points clear, 9 games played. 9 points up to play for. Think if we just sim the next game and it goes our way, we should be in the playoffs. But let's check our youth. 15 players found. Going to promote some players, like we've got 56 rated. 17-year-old, yeah, sure. We've also got Freddie Parker. I'm looking at potential more than anything. Ezra Marsh. I still want a decent rated player. Some high 50 players. Again, the faces are all wrong according to the imported faces. I'm going to change them when they sign for the club. As I'm making one change, I'm taking Cabia out just to rest him for this game, going with Cook, as the expectation is not to lose the game. As what's this? The board offer you carryover as manager, so we get to keep the funds we currently have at the club next year. That's fine. There's not too much money there. Really went squeaky with my voice. Over $500,000 would do better for us, of course, in League 1 if we had to get there. As if we do avoid defeat here, I think we should be in the playoffs, and then we can rest more players. As I put Cook into the lineup, he scores with Johnny Smith getting a goal for them. And yes, we play second place Swindon next, but 5th in the playoffs. Gillingham have jumped in here. That is 9 points off Notts County. That means it is confirmed. Grimsby Town next episode will compete in the EFL League 2 playoffs.